Good evening, and welcome to Sweet Blessings, the Anna L. Brothers Show and Podcast. So great, so happy and grateful that you're here this evening to pay a little homage to me. I'm feeling really, really good. It's summertime, and it's time for us to get out and have a little fun. So I am Anna. I am a retired school teacher. I'm also a health and an educational coach. I am a consultant for the Jazzy Jewels collection, and also I am a certified cake instructor. So as you can see, I carry many, many, many hats, but basically, the purpose of this podcast is to inspire, encourage, and empower people to live a healthier lifestyle. And most of the time, when people think about healthier lifestyle, they almost always think about healthy eating and all of those stuff. But a healthier lifestyle doesn't it does involve healthier eating, but it also involves your everyday life, everything that your whole sphere of yourself, from your emotions to your mental state to your physical state, all of those things. So basically, my podcast is about self care, taking care of yourself. And so, you'll see me provide knowledge, to you so that you can get a better understanding of certain topics. Not only does it help me, but I'm hoping that it helps you because sometimes I need a better understanding of things uh, as well. So it's really about just ordinary life experiences where we share knowledge. And from time to time, I will provide workshops and speakers to that ramification that comes on, and gives you some more knowledge. Mine is basically sometimes just research knowledge, whereas they're going to give you sometimes hands on knowledge as well. So I started out the year, and right now I cannot believe that we're in our seventh month. Can you believe that? I cannot believe it. And so we have come a long journey from that time. And so what we're basically talking about now is summer fun. Did our resolutions. We did all of those things, and we've got our goals and stuff set in place. So it's time for us to enjoy ourselves, because enjoyment and having fun in life is part of self-care as well. And so tonight I am going to talk to you. So the month of July is just summer fun, just doing things that you just enjoy doing. And by me being a retired school teacher, most of the time my summers were free, and that gave me a time to do different other things as well, basically in the summer as opposed to in the during the course of the year. So summer is just summer. So I'm hoping that these are some activities that I have compiled. Now, don't get me wrong, there are many, many activities out there. But these are some activities that I have compiled, uh, that adults, children, and seniors can use. And some of them are geared toward just adults, some of them are geared toward kids, and then you have some that are overlapping, and you'll see quite a few of them overlapping. So I tried to give you as many of those activities as I possibly could, during the limitation of my time. that I had here, because it's important that you have fun in life. And sometimes we get in a rut and we just don't know how to get out of it. So we do the same thing over and over and over again. And I am just a firm believer. I don't believe in that. I believe in changing up, because that's what makes it enjoyable. So you need to kind of like change up your routine sometimes. Just put a wrench in, and you can always go back to it. There's nothing wrong with that. But that's just my feelings. So before I begin, there's a little housekeeping that I would like to do. I want to remind you all that who are on Facebook and who are watching me this evening, that you can support me by sending stars, and stars help me to earn money to make more content. Okay. Can you tell that my lighting is better? But it does. It makes you have the stars. So if feel it in your heart and you want to do a contribution, you're more than welcome to do that. I also want to let you know that I am on, this is my website. First thing, let me give you my website. And my website is a bit. Okay, so this is my bit. And you can go to this website and you can book, if you want to be a guest on my show, you can book that. If you want to be a sponsor on my show, I got a couple of sponsors. I just haven't push their stuff out there yet, but I will as soon as I'm a little, I'm not as computer savvy as others, so it takes me a little more time to get things going, but it's coming. So, but anyway, this is my bit. You can contact me there. You can also contact me at my email, which I'm putting down here at the bottom. If you have any questions or anything like that, I do have sponsorships as well as episode sponsorships. So I have many variations in that. I even have commercial spots. So you'll see me break in a few to do a commercial. But I did want to get on it because sometimes I forget to do this as well. And I'm asking that everyone who is viewing or listening, that they would please subscribe to my YouTube channel. And there it is at the bottom. And it's www. It's really my name. www. YouTube.com at Anna L. Brothers Show and Podcast, SWE. So if you could do that, what I'm going to do is just do a link, email, and ask everyone to just put it there, and then people click on it, and maybe that'll help me out as well. So we're going to go ahead and get started. I am going to break now for a brief commercial. And then when I come back from this commercial, excuse me, we're going to start with summer fun or summer activities for the adults. Okay, just hold on one moment. I will be right there. Let me get it together. Here it comes. Woo, 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 woo.
CTR Media Network is now accepting new podcasters to join our growing network that's reaching 350 million global listeners. Have you heard? CTR Media Network offers podcast production, podcast training, distribution, and product placement. Book us for your next event or schedule an interview with CTR Media Network podcasters today. To learn more, go to ctrmedianetwork.com.
Welcome back. Welcome back. So we're going to go ahead and get started this evening. As I think about summer fun, and I told you I was a teacher. So, in grade school, I know you all have done this. I'm going to show my age, but I think people still do this. I can remember counting down the days until summer break. Now, as an adult, I'd say nothing has changed. I still have a full bucket of summer activities for adults to complete. Because as an adult without a 3 month summer break, let's just say I had to make every day count. But basically, I really didn't have a 3 month, but I had like 2 months. You get out in June, you have July and August, you go back September. So it's basically 2 months. So here is a list of ideas for adults, which will also help make every long, hot summer day one to remember. So let me bring up my slide here, my slide presentation. I just want to also let you all know that let's hope and pray, because in my area we have been having really, really severe thunderstorms, and sometimes it will click off or take things, your lights, everything will go completely out. And so let's hope and pray that I can get through this presentation with that. So we got summer fun. And so as we think about our summer activities, okay, here are some typical summer activities, okay? These, excuse me, these are things that we normally do in the summer. We might have a Memorial Day barbecue. We will celebrate the 4th of July, which is what we did this month. Now, the next one, the 10, a drive-in movie. I know you are looking at me as to say there are no more drive-in movies, but I'm going to let you all know that you'll be surprised. There are many of these little rural towns that still have drive-in movies. And so it is a big hit there. Sometimes they're more popular, I think, than the regular movie, and it's good to see it. It's been a long time since I've seen a drive-in movie. But have a picnic in the park. Go to summer festivals and travel to a theme park or water park. These are things that we kind of typically do in the summer. But I'm hoping that I can shed a little light on some other things. I'm turning my paper, y'all, that you can enjoy this summer that are kind of different. Okay, I want to be able to provide you with some different things to do. Things that you would not ordinarily think of. So as I move to the next slide, we're going to talk about summer activities for adults to do on their own. And we're also going to talk about activities that you can do with friends, activities that you can do on a budget, and also activities that are free. Because I think that all of those are important. Sometimes you need to be by yourself and do your activities. Sometimes you want to be with your friends. And sometimes you just don't have this. So you have to do it on a budget, or you have to find free activities. I know as a parent, having children, I know that I wanted to expose my child as well as my grandchild. And sometimes I just didn't have the money, so I would find activities that were free. So they're out there. You just have to find them. But let's talk about summery foods. During the summer, that is when, the food is just delicious. So you can eat summery foods like salads, fruit salads, watermelons, smoothies, and ice cream desserts. I eat more ice cream and desserts in the summer, and watermelon I love, you know. And then you can make a fresh batch of iced tea, iced coffee, or your favorite iced drink. And, I visit my daughter periodically, and she took me to this place. I think it's a Taiwan place, and they serve these milk teas, and they are so delicious, you all. And they have like brown sugar little bubbles or little gummy things that you put in the bottom of your cup. So, but you can use any of your favorite iced drinks. It's just she exposed me to that, and I kind of really liked it. And then she bought me a little box of it so that I could enjoy it at home. So, which I'm very pleased that I've tried it, and it just tastes just as good with it. It's an iced coffee or cold coffee. But also, never ever forget to treat yourself to ice cream. And it's so good. Sometimes you can enjoy it in the park, or just walk in solitude. Now, also go swimming. Now, a lot of people don't swim, and swimming is not that prevalent in the black community. We are trying to build that as we go along. I'm part of that. Is one of the initiatives of my sorority, Swim 1922, where we're trying to go into the black community and teach our children swimming lessons. But it's not just our children that need those swimming lessons. The adults need them too. And the summertime is just a good time for you to take swimming lessons. If you have the time. I can swim, but I'm not a great swimmer. You know what I'm saying? So I always wanted to be able to. I thought maybe to save myself. I don't think I could save anyone, but my daughter is a great swimmer. She was a lifeguard. I made sure that she was not afraid of water and all of those things. And then you could also rent a lake house with your family and enjoy the water. I enjoy the water. I've always wanted to live by the water because to me the water is just a soothing thing. It just takes you. It just relaxes you. And it's just a good place I could do my crafts, like my knitting and my crocheting, as well as reading and those types of things there as well. So think about different things. So I'm trying to give you some different um, ideas that you can do for the for summer fun. You can visit a national park or a beach. Summer is just a great time to cross a destination off of your bucket list and travel. Okay. Maybe some destination that you want to go to. You can also visit a national park, go to a new city. Okay. Fly to another continent, or just have a lazy day at the beach. But I'm just saying, I just want to be able to give you some different ideas, okay? And I'm going to tell you some of the ideas in here that I have tried, and there are some that I have not. So I'm learning as I go along as well, or learning about different things that I can do. And some of these things I would like to try. Now, the next one I'm very familiar with. I love the farmers market. I love fresh summer fruit and veggies. I am from the South, and when I was growing up, uh, we grew, or my family grew vegetables. We had a vegetable garden, a flower garden, as well as an herb garden. And I strive for that now. I garden, but I am not at that point. They canned and did all those type of things. But the next thing is pick up strawberries, raspberry, honey, and any other goodies you can find. Now, I used to go strawberry picking with my mom when she was alive. And we would go out early in the morning, go to the, farms and pick strawberries. We have also gone to the apple orchard and picked apples and brought bushels and bushels of apples back. I do buy homemade honey. I like natural things. So When I go to the farmers market, there's people there that make it, and you know that it's homemade and it's usually very, very authentic. And honey, you can get in, there's different grades of honey. And then also, when you go to the farmers market, 9 times out of 10, they're going to have crafts there, they have clothing there, they have baked goods for sale there. So since I don't can anymore, most of the time when I go to the market, I try to find me a jelly, a canned jelly, or something, because I like fresh things. The next thing I want to talk about is like sunny days and good summer weather calls for being active, y'all. While for some that may mean training for an Ironman or hiking, hiking the Appalachians Trail, there are fun, summer outdoor activities for adults that require less time and stress. Okay, so to each his own. Everybody has their uh, uh, court on what they do. All right. Now, the first two I'm very advocate about. So be active. I think that all of us need to be active. The more active you are, the better your health and all of that stuff becomes. I have always been active. I've slowed down in my older age. I guess I could say that. But I still do things. I still ride my bike. I have a bike. So I still ride my bike. I go on a walk. I do go on a walk. Now, the next three, no, I don't do particularly, but who's to say? Play a sport. I really want to learn how to do golf. And so that is something that's on my bucket list. So that's not out of reach for me. Fly a kite, I've done. I used to take my kids out when I was teaching. My father, my mother, we all had kites. So, back in the day, that was just, you get your kite, especially in, April, March, and April when the wind, you would be out there. Buy chalk and play hopscotch. Now, I've done that as well. And that's what we used to do when we would go out for, recess. You know what I'm saying? Out to play. We would have our chalk and we would make the hop, hopscotch things. Sometimes y'all I can't talk. Okay. Now the next thing I want to talk about is attend summer festivals. Now you all know summertime is the time for festivals. There are many, 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 many festivals going on. And festivals are fun. It's a fun celebration, which it includes your food, the music, live performance. Sometimes it's parades, fireworks, and dressing up in costumes. So the last one that we just had, well, that was a holiday, but sometimes they change. They make that into a festival. But here in Chicago in the summer, we have the African festival. But we have, and then in Indiana they have. It's a Polish. I can't even think the name of it right now. Porgy, I think is it the festival, and then there's another one that's downtown. So there's quite a few festivals, and check in your neighboring states. See what they have going on. So I always check the home pages of the cities nearby, so by you to see if there's summer festivals coming up, and then that way you can kind of like. Uh, Plan ahead. I used to go a long time. I think they might still do. They had the Milwaukee Fest, and I would travel up to Milwaukee, and go to that as well. So then, think about those things, and they're not too expensive. These are moderate. The festivals are usually moderate. Now, this is my category. New hobbies. Okay, this is the time of the year, I think, in the summer where people try new hobbies or they rediscover old hobbies. Okay, So, everyone that knows me knows that gardening is one of my hobbies. Um, and I've always tried to garden, but have not always been successful. And, I always tell people that gardening is trial and error. But over the years, I have seen progress and I've learned a lot about gardening um, over the years from my mistakes. Okay. So I'm going to say I don't have any new hobbies, but I have rediscovered old hobbies. So my project this summer was to plant dahlias in my yard. I had a weeping willow tree and lightning hit it and I had to cut it down and I mulched it. So it's been like that for maybe 3 or 4 years but the guy told me that I had to let it settle before I did anything. So this was the year that I decided that I was going to make that my project. And so I joined a garden club. In the meantime, once I retired, I joined the garden club to get ideas and for them to help. Plus, I read books. I do all kind. I go online. I'm just an avid person, and I don't want to really get into that. I'm gonna have a whole episode on gardening, and because I start my gardens from seeds. Okay, so a lot of times. So that is my project, and my project is I'm rediscovering old hobbies. Is they're not blooming yet, but they're growing. They're about this high now. So I'm very happy with that. So I'm having some luck. Now, because I didn't think I was gonna have any, because the little things with the little furry tail, those squirrels that go by, they were digging it up. Every time I go out there, I would find my little tube they call tubes. That would find them up. So now there are other hobbies that you can do, like productive hobbies, like blogging and making videos can bring in some cash. So that's why now you see reels are important, shorts are important, your videos that you do are important. That's that stars thing that Facebook has. That is a way that brings in cash. So that is a productive hobby. And then you have other fun hobbies to try. And they are running, which I don't think I'm not a runner. Kayaking, canoeing, tubing, boating, swimming, soccer, tennis, and beach ball. These are all things that you can do for the summer. And when you first start out doing anything, it is very difficult. But the more that you do it and that you keep on doing it, the better it gets and it gets easier as you go along. Now, this is me. Raid the library for summer releases. I'm an avid reader. But I notice now, if any of you have visited your library lately, that they have activities there, not just for the kids and children, but they also have activities for adults. Plus, they have activities for seniors. At least my library does, and so they plan activities around the seniors. They have exercising class. They have chair yogurt, and they have chai chi exercising. I went to that class today. There, I missed the yoga class. I had a conflict, but the library is full of resources, not just for reading, but also for other type of activities. So check into it. They even have a reading program, and you can win gifts. I mean, it's like a scavenger hunt. You have to do so much things here. You have to read this book here. You have to use the resource thing. But I'm just saying, it's something to motivate you. Okay, so and I told you can get a book, like I told you that water. You can get a book. You can relax on the beach, on the porch, or beside the pool and enjoy a summer read. Oh, that is so nice. I love that when I go out of town, if I'm in a beach area, to go to the pool and take my book and read. Um, many publications. I'm 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 behind on my notes. I'm turning the page. I got the hobby. Okay, so many publications do come out. Uh, Picnic in the Park. Okay. Okay, this is what I was saying. Many of the publishers release their books in the summer, and there's a reason for that. They think that this is the perfect time to run to the library. I mean, this is the perfect time to run to the library, get a library card, and start reading. So most of the new books that come out, I mean, books come out all year round, but the most of them are launched during the summer months. Now, whether you are looking for entertaining fiction books or more serious Christian nonfiction books, there is something for you to read this summer. Now, my focus this summer was on garden and fix it because I'm still trying to fix some things in my home. And so that was where I was. But while I was there, that was when I noticed they had the senior activities there. I'm learning a lot about these senior activities, even though the community has senior activities as well. Um, so now this is really interesting. Be a local tourist. You can find vacation from within your own city or region with a little research. How many of you, I'm going to ask you all this, how many of you have lived in this city and have not visited one of the, what you call, scenic or historical places in in the town? Have you seen them all? Well, I'm from Chicago. Well, I don't. I live near Chicago, but I have not visited them all because Chicago has a. Oh God, they have so many, and there's so many different nationalities. But I am an avid museum goer. I love the museums. You can learn so much from the museums. So take time to visit all of the famous places in the towns where you live in, as well as the towns that are nearby. And you will find things that you love about. It's about your, it should be town, but it says town. But you'll learn things about your town that you didn't even know. And I always say it's always good to learn something every day. Let's talk about picnics in the park, y'all. A picnic in the park is a low key, low cost activity that can be a lot of fun with a group of friends or family. Have you been on a picnic lately? Mm. They have picnics here too. We have the Bud Billiken Parade, which it ends up into a picnic in the park where friends and families and all of those things get together as well. But it's also, besides the food and all of that, it's a great time for outdoor games like cornhole and frisbee to enjoy after eating. And don't forget scavenger hunts. And you are never, a scavenger hunt can be for all ages, okay? And they are so fun. You can divide the people up into teams, and they could go on the scavenger hunt as well, and see who becomes the winner, and the winner gets a prize or something. You know what I'm saying? Excuse me, my mouth is a little dry. But hey, host a summer theme party. Now we all do this. Somebody is gonna be barbecuing on Memorial Day or Independence Day, which is the 4th of July, June 10th, Mother's Day, Father's Day, uh, Labor Day. These are some U.S. summer holidays that can be also turned into a theme party. And then, you have what we call theme parks. So ask yourself, do you enjoy roller coasters? How about shows or driving a bumper cars, eating cotton candy? You can also buy a seasonal pass and visit throughout the summer. And now some of these theme parks have events going on in the fall as well as in the winter. So if you get a seasonal pass, then um, you can go anytime. Um, I'm gonna go back. I want to talk to you a little bit more, and then we're gonna break for another commercial, and then I am gonna come back and talk about the kids. Okay. So another thing that you can also do is to host a board game night. Uh, you can do it. You can play it out on the patio table to enjoy the weather, or inside to escape the heat. But and then another one is you can have each of your guests bring a board game to try and rotate through them throughout the night. Okay, and you can have some of these. They gave a list of games, but some of these I have never ever heard of. Okay, in fact, I don't think I've heard of any of these. It says Unstable Unicorn, Bananagram, Super Fight, Phrase 10, Imagine Fifth, and Skull. I've never heard of any of those. And the most important thing, because remember what I told you, this podcast is about self care. So you want to make self care a priority. This is the ideal time to hit the reset button on life and assess how things are going. This summer, plan some me days where you can focus on resting and taking care of yourself. For this may look like reflecting on the past, maybe school year or your work year. Uh, but perhaps in having a spa day or getting a massage. Whatever it looks like for you, take time for yourself. Should be a priority for your overall well being. So, when I look at this, I've been saying to myself, oh, I want a massage so bad. I want a massage so bad. Because when you do so much, so much all the time, you need something that's going to relax you. Okay. And so I think that I owe that to myself to do that. I just have not found the time or the money yet, but I am going to get that massage because you really need it. You can also watch the fireworks for Independence Day of the 4th of July, and that's usually a tradition. Most towns have, well, at least out here, I'm in the suburbs, they have, and even in the city, they have fireworks where you can go um, and look at them. I can actually see the fireworks from my house, but I did a personal thing anyway because the kids in the neighborhood, even though it's illegal, they are shooting off firecrackers, and sometimes they're shooting off those firecrackers crackers still. I think I heard one the other night. I'm not sure, but there are so many things that you all can do for summer activities. Including little chores like cleaning out your closet. Um, Revisit your alma mater. Write letters to your friends near and far. Do a project, make frames, knit something, decorate, paint. Have a dance party for your favorite song, old and new. Go strawberry picking, berries, or apples. Have a movie marathon. Go to a skating rink. Go zip lining. Scared. Have a pool party. Go to the water park. Drive along a scenic highway. take a road trip. These are all just different um, activities that you can do. Go hiking or walk on a new trail nearby. And I live near Sand Ridge Nature Center, and they have hiking trails, 5 miles, 10 miles, 20 miles, something like that. And I just, it's so peaceful when you walk out there, when you're doing some of that walking. And you can also see some old movies, you know what I'm saying? And you can rewatch your favorite TV shows, play a musical at your local theater, grow in your relationship with God, make more time to pray and read the Bible daily, and do the Every Word study where you read the Bible in 90 days or one summer, and go on a mission trip. So just remember, I think all of these I've already uh, told you. Let me see. Do the yard work. You've been putting it off. Okay. And I think that is about it for this one. So we're going to take another commercial break. I'm just trying to make, it's still a little bit, it's still a little bit more on here. I already told you about learning a new skill and revamp an old skill. Now, this is interesting. What you can do on a hot day with no money. Okay. It says play frisbee, board game night, stargazing, and cloud watching. Borrow books from the library. Have a movie marathon of old movies from your childhood. Write letters to your friends. Clean out your closets and do other summer cleaning. Isn't it time to flip your mattresses? Call an old friend and catch up. See if any museums have a free admission day during the summer, which they do, and because I know they have one during the fall as well. So this was kind of like an extensive list for the adults, but I hope that you could see that these were things that kind of overlap, so the seniors could as well do most of those as well. So let's just take a brief commercial break, and then I'll be right back with you.
Oh my goodness, the mailman came. I hope my sweet little thing cookie's in here. I just hope it's in here. Let me see. Let me open this up. That's it. That's it. Sweet little thing cookie. That sweet little thing cookie. Oh, I'ma have me a ball now. Let me just get this right here. Little thing cookie. That sweet little thing cookie. Oh yeah. I finally got my cookies. This sweet little thing cookies. Oh yeah. I'ma have fun. This package kinda big though. Man, it got a lot of cookies. Oh yeah, this the best day ever. I'm trying to tell you, I got my cookies, and I'm gonna eat these cookies, and ain't nobody gonna stop me.
All right, we are back. All right, that is Sweet Listine's cookies, desserts for all occasions. Sweet Listine's desserts. All right, let me move on because I want to talk to. Oh God, child, there was so many activities for the kids, you know. But I'm gonna. This is one of my favorite ones. I'm gonna start off with that one that I'm gonna give you because you can also do an activity with it. And all children love this, but I was an early childhood teacher, and so I always tried to find things that I could do with my kids that we could collaborate or with other subjects. Okay, and so I read to them daily, but I don't know if you all have ever heard of the story, The Very Hungry Caterpillar. And so the children are just engrossed in that. And so I would read that, and at the end, it would the caterpillar turned into a beautiful butterfly. And so how I kind of tied it in was I had my children make caterpillars. These are, I have 3 and 4 and 5-year-olds in my classroom. And so it's 2 ways you can do it. So I'm going to give you both ways. One way you can do it with a stocking. So I asked all of the um, children to bring in leggings. That's what it was, leggings. And so what we did was we took the leggings and we had it on a plate, a paper plate, and we filled it with dirt. Okay. And before we tied the end where the leggings was, we lifted up that thing and we sprinkled grass seeds on top of it. Okay. Just grass seeds on top. And then we tied the the stocking up. We took 2 rubber bands and we put one at the near the top and one near the bottom. You get where I'm going with this? So there's your caterpillar. Now we took eyes. I bought eyes and we glued the eyes on the end and had little pipe cleaners as the antlers or whatever on the caterpillar. And we put the kid's name on the plate. And since it was in the plate, we could just water the plate. We never watered, the stocking. We just put the water and it would absorb that. And when it started growing with the grass, the children were just amazed. Okay. And so that is a toddler activity. But as I go through this summer fun for kids, you're going to find that there are activities in here for various ages. I did not break it up. It was too much for me to break it up. So I've incorporated activities that you can do as a family, as individually as well as other ways. So let's look at them with bike ride. Now that bike ride has been in all categories. So that is an activity I feel that the whole family can do. That's a family activity. Make ice cream. Ooh. Now make ice cream is for all ages. I'm going to tell you that. I made ice cream with my early childhood people, and we did it with a coffee can. We had 2 coffee cans, a smaller one, and then we had the big one. And we would put our mixture in the smaller one, and we would fill the ice around it. And then we would just kick the can around the room. Oh, they loved that. Just kick the can around. And then when we were done, you open it up, there was ice cream. Make friends at a local playground. Have a picnic at a park or baseball. Sidewalk chalk mural. Backyard camping. Play-Doh, uh, backyard stargazing, country fair, kids science fair, sidewalk foam paint, water balloons, DIY bird feeders, make uh, make homemade. Um, I think that's supposed to be make homemade Play-Doh, but it's over here. But anyway, visit your library. Okay. Build a fort or tent. And you don't have to you can build a fort or tent. The tent you can use a sheet, and the fort you can use boxes. Make milk carton boats. Visit a splash park. Plant rocks, homemade. Water bobs. DIY sponge ball. Plant flowers or vegetables. You'd be surprised. The children love that. We planted beans. We did all kind of experiments that we would put a paper towel in a Ziploc bag and just place beans in it and just water the paper towel and hang it up in the window, and those beans would sprout. So there's just many things that you can do with your children, and you can talk about it as you see, as things grow. Play hide and seek in the dark, do puzzles together, write in shaving cream, balloon tennis, water bag, pinata, paper plate horseshoes. Go to the farmers market. I'm just telling you, there are just so many fun activities that you can do um, as well. Let's see, do I have anything else I want to convey to you all this evening? I do want to just say this as I conclude, is that I found that what you need to include in your summer fun is 5 areas. So you want to nostalgic. You want some part of your summer to have uh some part of, nostalgia. Oh, the tie-dye shirt. These are some examples. Run through the sprinkles. Just things that you did in the past. Catch flies at night. Play miniature golf. See a movie at the drive-in. You also want to be able to relax. You want to do summer activities that help you to relax. So you can nap in a ham hock, watch the clouds go by, go river tubbing, watch the sunset from a beach, have a picnic in the park. And then you want to also include some just because activities. So take a last minute road trip, read a trashy novel, create sidewalk chalk art, and give yourself a pedicure in the perfect summer shade, and get caught in a summer rainstorms. Sometimes I really like rainstorms on me. It feels good. And then you want to do some things on the great outdoors. So you can plant wildflower seeds, go camping, take a toss a frisbee, go for a hike, and seek out birds and butterflies. Now that is me. I do seek out birds and butterflies. But don't forget about eat and drink. Roast marshmallows over a fire and make s'mores. Make lemonade from scratch. Eat something fried at a carnival or fair. And grill everything, including desserts. Drink a frozen cocktail and add a fun umbrella to it. So this evening, I'm just so hope that you enjoyed this presentation on activities for adults, children, and seniors. It's important. And I know I talk to you all the time about moving. I haven't been doing my motivational movement. Don't think that I haven't been moving, but I have. But I just have not had time to, because I usually like to plan my little motivational movements. So I am trying to get myself organized so I can do that. I'm still having work done at my home. And so it's kind of got me a little tied up, but it's all good. I'm going to get back into that very, 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 very soon. And so I want to thank you all this evening for joining me and just spending a little time with me. And most of the time when I go live, I always leave you with my 3 L's. And so I'm going to leave you with them today. Just remember to live. You hear me saying that a lot. Live your life to the fullest. Make sure you're doing those things that fulfill you and make you happy. The second thing is that you want to laugh. Make sure that you find somewhere in your day to laugh, and don't forget to laugh about yourself. Okay, because you do funny things. And then the third thing is to love. Make sure you love yourself. Okay? Ain't nothing wrong with loving you. That's what it's all about, self-care. Find time in your busy day to give yourself a pat on the back. So remember that giving kindness brings kindness. So I want to thank you again for joining me and spending a little time at Sweet Blessings, the Anna L. Brothers show and podcast. You all have a great, great, great rest of the evening. Thank you.